All right, what's going on, chat? Good morning. I'm back at it again with some Division 2, but today we're going to check out the PTS. We already knew this thing was going to happen, but with this week being insane, this week being absolutely insane, there's been a new game like every day. Doing Away was fun to play yesterday. And then at some point later today, we're going to go back to Expedition 33 because that's like actually a game of the year material. But for right now, hey, the PTS is live for like the weekend. Let's see what they added. All right, there's supposed to be some next season stuff in here, gear, whatever. And I just want to know if any of my builds are going to change. I don't think they will, because the more you sit there and think about... Oh, I got to turn my mouse in a sec. The more you sit there and think about how you're going to use, like, let's say the mask that gives you Alpha Bridge, the more you realize that, like, well, you're giving up a lot to use an Alpha Bridge mask. You're giving up an exotic armor piece. So you can have 2 high-end, non-named, non-exotic talents in your gun. But then, if you really think about it, like, most high-end talents suck. They just do. Also, you'd be giving up having a coyote mask for DPS. So, like, this has kind of been the problem with the game, is like they had some like really OP things they added a while back, and seasonal skill variants. Here's 7 gear. Yeah, sure. Let's pop these open. Alright, what we got here? A perfectly rolled tinkerer. Sick. And then we have final measure. Or measured assembly, sorry, not final measure. Just see final measured. This is a smart cover set. Smart cover set. +1 skill tier for each ally within range of it. But then, like, you need to throw 1 skill out, so to get the plus skill tier, to then throw the other skill out that's actually the higher skill tier. Here's the pistol brand. Where's my high-end pistol build? Yeah, I guess I'd probably just use this brand and slap vigilance on there. You know, the Douglas. Of course you want that. Probably still keep the out of cover damage. Wyvern. Yeah, I guess we get rid of this guy, huh? And Dune's over, yeah.
Hello, Agent. Pleasure to see you.
Yeah, a lot of people are back to stream in Div 2. There's content coming. I should have, like, you know, if you think about making content for a game, it's like You know, if I was sitting there milking this game and making videos all the time, even when there was nothing to fucking do, then like when there is something to do, those people get a huge spike. Like, that's how it is. Content creation in a nutshell. There's new people buying Division 2 all the time, actually. Believe it or not. Overall thoughts on Dune? I think it's a fun ass game, man. I think it was you told me that. I think it was you that told me the night that I was playing Expedition 33, and it was fried out of my fucking mind that the test was even happening. And I was like, huh, what the fuck? We're not playing that game until June. And then I wake up 3 hours later after that stream, and I get a code, and I play it, and I'm like, oh shit, I can play it. Like, I was so fried yesterday. My God. Let's get another one of these.
Nice doing business with you.
But I don't think Dune's fun. I think it's a nice, pretty like casual, like open world survival game type of deal.
I've got what you want, Agent.
Does it randomize these? It does. Okay. It just keeps dropping like God roll ones, huh? Oh, that's cool. Oh, I guess we just keep opening these packs.
Glad we got that settled.
All right. Dad rage? Yeah, you're talking to the actual hunter, dude. Splitter in chat, if you didn't know, he's like the guy that... Yo, this is the gun that I found. I found this when we played it at Massive. But it spawned as a named purple. This is the exact... Yo, this is the gun I was talking about, Splinter. This is a named weapon I found in a box. The Lud. I found this at Massive. I didn't know it was going to have this on it. It was purple, so it didn't show me what talent it was. I found this in the backyard somewhere. Weapon damage by 8... Like, what the fuck is this, dude? 87 weapon damage when you don't use your skills? That's wild. And it's not like the Mark 16. I used to use this gun a lot. A pack on. I don't think I'd ever use that. Yeah, I don't remember the focus talent in Div 1. Okay. Headshot crit chance, unstoppable force. Interesting. We don't care about this final measure crap at all. I could just use that one. Gloves. Cloak knee pads. What the hell's wrong with the cloak knee pads? Where's the talent on them or the second stat? Cloak knee pads. What the hell are cloak knee pads supposed to have on them? I think it was like completely useless, right? Like some cover based crap. Status damage builds. You can play whatever build you want in this game. Even if it's off meta, because the game's a joke in terms of difficulty these days. I'm sure you can play with ongoing directive or something. If you like status. The game is easier than the last time you played it. It always gets easier. Okay, I gotta like look through this stuff. Splinter is like the hunter, yeah. I met Splinter for the first time in real life before I knew he was in like a Division guy. Like he was cosplaying a hunter at PAX South. And I was like, holy fuck, someone actually did Division 2 cosplay. Let me take a picture of this. Bro's got a whole ass like hunter outfit, dude. He gets his bag searched by TSA whenever he brings his props to, to an event. I don't know. We have a cool little story, I guess. How man, oh, that's cool. I was just like, bro, this guy's the hunter, and like, yeah, he's got people telling like, bro, that's the guy that shoots people in the face. Oh my god. All right, let me clear some inventory out here. Nimble holster. I'm never gonna use that. Fuck cares about this? Yeah, I guess OG Div 1 stuff, but we don't use that. Nimble was fine in Div 1 because it was a high-end talent, I'm pretty sure. You can slap it on for extra healing. I don't know what cloak is supposed to do. It bothers me that it doesn't show. Imminence. Imminence. There's no way we care about that one. Okay, where's the Division 2 PTS notes? I had those in my chat actually, right? Yeah, I did. What was cloak supposed to do? We don't care about this exotic. Who cares? We don't care about this exotic. Who cares? This one's cool. Has some, you know, options. I care about this set because I think it's going to buff my high-end build. What else? I don't care about this set. I don't care about these perfect weapons. I think that the regular talent's probably busted. Especially with the new mask. So like you get 87 weapon damage. Like, alright, cool. We're a gun gamer now. The cloak name attributes missing that perfect thing. Like, what was cloak supposed to have? What was cloak supposed to have on it? Do they explain anywhere in here what they were going to do? Oh, here it is. Oh, it's reduced threat. Who cares? Okay, got it. No one cares about reduced threat. Where's the fucking delete all button? Hello? Shift tab? Okay. What's our tank in legendary? Like the... Are you talking about like the cloak thing? Or like the pistol set? What was I gonna pick up? Cause like, let's see, we have claws out. Is it worth the extra 11 damage here? Giving up out of cover damage? There's no way. Pick up that one. Okay, and then we have those. It should be worth the armor loss. And then we just want a backpack. Let's keep opening these boxes.
I'm happy to have made a deal.
Let's make a new pile. This glove's new. There's a bunch of new gear. This is the PTS. This is a set that gives you 65 pistol damage, which I'm gonna use for a high-end build on my headhunter thing. I'm gonna see how it does. You got a bomb scout? 91 years. Yeah, we got that sick dev hoodie. The dev hoodie's pretty OP. Not gonna lie. Dev hoodie's pretty OP. Not gonna lie. Yeah. I want to just see like how the numbers line up with this set, but I'm pretty sure this new brand set makes my high-end pistol build pretty fucking nuts. But then like usually you just don't run around with like vigilance in your backpack anyways, so. I might swap the mask in and get rid of the Douglas one. Keep that. Let me see. This is 20. Yeah, maybe we actually get rid of the punch drunk. These fucking NPCs in the White House, man. It's 2025 and these assholes still kick you out of inventory. Crazy. Like, we don't care about the gift. Like, if we want to just enjoy being tanky, we're gonna have that on. I'd rather have perfect headhunter over regular headhunter. Let me verify. I think the build up on perfect headhunter is just better. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's the build up is faster. Otherwise, I guess it could be a Douglas chest. Still got plenty of headshot damage. Getting rid of punch drunk. I mean, punch drunk, all it does is like, it's like the brand set plus the 10 headshots, so it's not really that big of a deal. I guess it doesn't have to be a Douglas chest. It could actually just be this new brand. Headhunter on the new brand. Let's see. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, we can keep that one too. What happened to the... There we go. Is it this one? Yeah, it's that one. We could do 3-1 this. So we can have this thing still. Yeah, that could work. This is why I was telling people farm expertise. Yep. That's me telling you what to do without, you know, breaking NDA until they finally announced exactly why people were talking about it. I mean, it's logical, right? It's a logical conclusion. Even if I didn't know, it's like, bro, if they're gonna give you a boost, they're gonna take away the things. So. Where we at? Gloves. Weapon handling. Holster. Body armor.
Nice to see you.
This is a test server, not the DLC. This is new seasonal gear, like every other season. So we can keep all that pistol damage. Is that like a too much weapon damage? It's still like 210. I'm pretty sure this loadout's gonna have... I mean, this like setup already like fucking rolled things anyway, but... You play Brooklyn on PTS? No. Oh, just override this one. Where's the NPC that was over here? 15 mil. What did that do compared to this one? This has vigilance on it. That was a crit. With vigilance, this is only 17. Okay, so then let's quickly see what this one's like. I guess we wouldn't even use that one. For more damage, we take this guy and then we just put the other one on. Ubi launcher? Yeah. I mean, what else would it be? Come on, Dad Rage, you're not that old. I guess I can still use the same ones like this. I don't have to keep walking over here either. I keep forgetting. Back in Div 2, I'm always around, man. I'm always around. The problem is I stream, I don't make videos. People don't know. People be like, hey, why did this guy get invited to the event? Boobies that massive. Alright, how much damage is it doing? Okay, so the Vigilance loadout with the new brand set, it was doing 17.6 mil with all the high end stuff. It's doing like almost 20 mil now. Jesus. The new pistol loadout's feeling pretty hot. Still don't think there's any exotic we would put here instead. That's crazy though. This thing's hitting fucking 20 mil. A pistol hit for 20 mil is pretty hot. New brand set's cool. I like that. I'll write this one. So write this one actually. So here's the old one. $17.3 mil. So we jump from 17.3 mil to 19.7 million. Bro, you haven't played since the expansion came out, you fucking quitter. You didn't even do the raid. Come on, Dad Rage, get it together, man. Alright, so yeah, the brand set basically just gave me another 2 million damage. That's cool. And then I can also farm the, you know, the more reliable farmer build version, which would be this one, because I use Memento. Memento to just chill. My Memento farming one is, what was that, 15.4? $15.4 mil for solo play and whatnot. Can I overwrite it? I mean, I can just equip the other stuff again, it's fine. This is what we used to have. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. The game blows. You didn't do the raid. That's the only thing you missed. And the incursion, I guess. So this is the solo build I use, and this one hits for... Stupid bleed proc. 13.7. So with the new brand set, I basically gained like 2 million damage on both of my loadouts. 13.7. $13.7. $13.7 to 15.4. It's 1.7 million. 1.7 million more damage. That's cool. So I'm gonna have to farm 4 pieces of this brand set. Yeah. Oh, he played in 2020. He played, won't he? Everyone's gonna come back for the DLC, but what's this? So this is like the seasonal modifier stuff. I don't even care for that stuff nearly as much. Just care about whether or not there's something to farm. What I'm gonna do. So yeah, the new brand set. It's a nice little buff to me. Thing is, like, how much of this damage do I even need? I mean, I guess, like, we're almost at the point where because we got so much damage from this thing, we could probably use, like, blue cores in this shit. Just tank it up a little more. I could also choose to be a weirdo, use, like, a ninja bike. Yeah, I could totally do that too, huh? Here's the... Let's throw and put this on. I guess you have to give up a little something. You could have this, and you could have that. I guess if you should want to like combine the pistol damage with this shit. This is not a build I'd want to run though. Let me go max out the backpack real quick. I'd never use a ninja bike though. I think this is stupid. Memento's a better bag.
For you?
This backpack. Dad Rage missed Iron Horse, Incursion, Descent, and Countdown. Yeah. Are there exotic guns that are new? Yeah, they brought back the Pac-On from Div 1. And added 2 named weapons that are going to have perfect streamline. You're probably not going to give a shit about either of these weapons because the archetype sucks, but the talent itself is insane because you get 87 weapon damage when no skills are on cooldown. I don't know how much the non-named version will have. exactly? Let's see.
Good to see you.
Keep going here manually. Streamline. Non-name streamline is 80%. It's hard to read. It says 80%. So you get a little like a fucking high-end talent. It's 80% weapon damage if you don't use your skills. So that's SMGs and ARs only. Where do we place the Div 2 thing? We got like second place because people sucked at doing PvP. Also because there was no one in endgame for us to kill because we were too far ahead. They made us go in the dark zone, and the dark zone was a PvE zone. We couldn't get any points for farming players because we were too far ahead. Yeah. And then we go to conflict, and we keep getting queued into the same fucking like stream sniping like sweat squad that wants to like show themselves off, even though they were just harming our performance, and they weren't even in the competition. So that was dead rivals or Twitch rivals for us. But yeah, I guess I got a few variations. Oh yeah, I never tested the damage on this. Let's see. How much lower is this?
Good to see you. You need anything?
Just out of curiosity. This one still hits for 18. That's not bad. $18.4 on this scuffed ass looking build? Oh, I didn't know the second mod in here. What the hell? That's pretty good. 18.4 on this build is pretty good. I guess Memento would hit harder if it was actually stacked up properly. Are you gonna overwrite? Okay. So that's interesting. If I want to be a ninja bike enjoyer, which I don't want to be because I'd rather play Memento. Like I basically just want all the tiers to have a fat shield. And to be lazy and have like armor on kill, health on kill. And still have respectable damage while solo. This is actually not bad. Alpha Bridge 1.5 PvP meta was the most balanced PvP was ever was in Division 2. Or sorry, Division 1. Because everyone had the same shit. 18.4. It's pretty good. This 60 weapon damage set is kind of nuts. How does this compare to my Memento unstacked? Chain Killer. Alpha Bridge was a set that combined the talents of your two weapons together. They added it to Division 2, but as an exotic. This thing right here. This is Alpha Bridge. This is coming next update with the DLC. The problem is, I think it's actually weak. Because it doesn't let you stack any exotic talents. It doesn't let you stack any name talents. There's a couple combinations that are still technically good, but you have to think about what it means to the impact of your whole build. You are giving up having a coyote for crit. or having a memento bag or something to have an exotic armor piece that just says your weapon talents combined, which then also sacrifices the fact that you're not going to have an exotic weapon talent either. You're going to have two regular basic bitch high-end talents merged together. There are a few combinations that are cool, like let's say Frenzy and Fast Hands on LMGs, right? You fucking dump your mag, you reload it instantly, you dump it again. Like, that's cool. But is that worth losing your exotic armor piece? Is that worth losing an exotic, like, weapon? Basically. Like, you have to give up a lot. It's too much. Like, the item is cool, but it should actually let you stack, like, one exotic or, like, at least named or something. Because you're actually going to lose power. You're losing power for the novelty. You're losing power for the novelty of this combination, but it's not good enough. Shit, I mean, I mentioned it when I was there, dude. Like, I mentioned, like, it kind of needs to have the exotic stuff, because I was like, yo, like, you need to give us, like, I think I want to have, like, my headshot explosions on my other guns, you know, for my pistol or something. They'd be better off letting you combine, like, two high-end gun talents plus, like, a sidearm talent or something to justify it. Because then you could justify a few things, right? Like, being restricted to the same weapon class and non-name, non-high-end isn't good enough. You didn't play Div 1 until 2 years after release. I wish I made YouTube videos for you to go check out, because if you experience what we experience as day one adopters, you would have more context of, like, I guess, like, how the game evolved, how 1.0 was, and 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1. Like, every single one of those updates was like a whole fucking different game, basically, with, like, how the game was played. And they dropped them fast. Like, you played 1.0 for about a month, you played 1.1 the next month, you played 1.2 the next month, you played 1.3 the next month, then they went on hiatus for a little bit to figure out what the fuck was going on. Then they dropped 1.4 to make it fun, but simple. Then they nerfed a few of the things that I did in 1.4, but then they brought in Alpha Bridge for 1.5, and, like, that was cool. And then 1.6, I think that was Last Stand. 1.7 might have been Ninja Bike, and then 1.8 was Classified. I think that's all the updates, more or less. The Ninja Bike, before and after Ninja Bike, that was really cool in Div 1. Because Ninja Bike just was, like, the mandatory item, but, like, everyone could build with it. It was pretty cool. Right? Every single one of those updates, they came at a high fucking pace. Because, like, they were still trying to figure out what the hell that game was going to be. But every single one of those updates was, like, actually, like, memorable, and, like, how it impacted the game. Right? That's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I guess there was, like, even people doing hexotic stuff too. Like, there was, like, what was it, the skull gloves or something that, like, allowed you to get, like, a bonus for every exotic. I don't know. There's some crazy shit. There's, like, there's some stuff like that. But okay, so this is Ninja Bike without any, or this is what's it called? It's Memento without stacks. The sticky bomb was never meta as far as my own gameplay is concerned. Alright, this one's 18.4 unstacked. This one's 18.4 unstacked. And we're comparing it to this Frankenstein Ninja Bike combo. The damage log is wrong. Hold on. The damage log was wrong. Okay, so this one 17.9. Ninja Bike was 17.9. This one is weaker. Only 14.7. Damn, the Ninja Bike one is actually kind of fast. Oh, this one doesn't have the bonuses from the on kill thing, the kill confirm mechanic. Stop critting. I had it or stack. Interesting. So we could just not use this. I really like the trophy collection part of this though. And that's how you can't simulate that in here. The trophy collection does actually help. But we could just drop it. Well, I mean, I don't think we need the damage though. Let's see. It might be the only time I could ever justify a Ninja Bike build is for solo play. I mean, both the Memento and the Ninja Bike do the exact same thing. They give you a bunch of cores. So now the trade is that by using a Ninja Bike here, I can give up having to pick up the little trophies for an extra damage boost in the recovery. But I get the 60% pistol damage from this. Plus, I get to also enjoy the quality of life of this thing. So this might end up being my new solo build. For being lazy. The only time I could justify using a Ninja Bike is because the third piece brand bonus is actually strong. And that's why I was so against the Ninja Bike backpack when it came out, is because all the brand bonuses of the game fucking sucked ass. And now we actually have one that's decent. $18.1 mil solo while also having life on kill and everything is kind of crazy. So yeah, this new brand set's sick. It's a lot of weapon damage. That's this is looking like my new solo build. Quality of life. Yeah. Requesting to join clan. If you want to join Jog, the team of AFKs that retired after the raid. You were never in Jog. You were in Try or something, probably. Either you were in Pog or you were in Try. Pog was like the streamer one, and then Try was my like sub clan. It's like a clan for everyone in my stream that like was like a regular. Okay, so a new brand bonus where I can say yes to Ninja Bike. That's a good sign. I like that. Push drops, it takes a while for those to kick in. They're not instant. As long as you have your Twitch account and your Twitch account's linked to your Ubisoft account, then eventually they'll show up in the in-game mailbox. But there's always a delay. Alright, so Memento is out. For me, Ninja Bike is in. Finally. Perfect Chain Killer's out. Just sad to say. And then, how much more damage was it on this one? This one's only 13.7. The high-end build hits like... Oh, that's high. That's the old high-end build. Jesus, that's right. The new brand set's so fucking strong for my build that... $13.3. Wait, what's going on here? Am I losing damage? 15.4. Yeah, this is the 15.4 upgrade. This one's from 13.7 to 15.4. But I probably won't even play this one because if this new brand set is so strong, then I can just justify using this guy for the skill tiers and whatnot. So then what else do I get out of this? Okay, brand set wise, you don't really get much out of this. I can basically just choose to have one more thing here. Like a claws out or something. But then I'm just getting a bunch of brand set bonuses that don't matter. It's literally just this pistol damage that carries. And it carries hard. Extra bonuses from this are useless. We just want the cores. Or like a... Are there any of the brand sets that have anything good? Obviously we're not gonna use Striker. None of like the high-end talents have good brand set bonuses. Mag size, rifle damage. Yeah, they don't really have any good brand set bonuses. It's just the new set. Like, I knew this new brand set was gonna get some good damage, but I guess this technically would hit a little bit harder. Everything we gained from Ninja Bike was kind of worthless here. You get when you get back in, you play Countdown and make sure you have a good build. You farm Countdown first. As far as new content's concerned, like the incursion would be good, but like you probably want to comp a team that can. Yeah, so Countdown has target loot. It's a match-made ability. Just play it on challenging. Play on challenging with matchmaking. Join a team of 8 people and use your target loot to get whatever it is you need. It's almost 16. But all the brand set bonuses suck. Yeah, Countdown is just like the loot cave. It's a 15-minute activity. You just farm for free, basically. You basically run around, you kill some hunters with the boys, hit some buttons, you go hit some objectives, then you go to the extraction, kill some more hunters, kill some more mobs, dip the fuck out. 15-minute run. Tons of loot. And it has target loot. But you're going to want to get yourself a maxed out striker loadout. You'll probably enjoy the dad gun, which is the exotic AR that shoots electric shots or lightning shots or whatever it's called. The St. Elmo, I guess, because you haven't seen that thing. There's a lot of stuff you haven't played with in this game since you quit in March of 2020. That's insane. What up, Casey? In the 53 months. Welcome back. Using the grudge. Yeah, that's like the weapon you got out of Woney. You don't need that anymore. If you're playing solo, you want this memento bag. It's pretty stupid. Gives you like one of each core. It has the kill confirm mechanic. But if you're like literally picking it up for the first time, like you just need a striker build, so like Coyote Mask and 4-piece striker and probably like a high-end chest. Cause like if you look at my loadouts, striker, 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 like striker, 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 striker is like that's all striker bullshit. You want to use an AR? Up Kane, then the prime of the 27. Welcome back as well. Yeah, striker is like the all-in-one. You can do damage now loadouts with ARs. And then like Hunter's Fury has been growing on me because I use it with my pistol build. Chameleon Strikers, that's too much of a dad build for dad rage, I think. I can't tell him to go do that. Yeah, that gun's stupid. It has like really powerful perks and has had powerful perks since it came out back in 2020, but it's just not realistic. It's got like shit handling stats and stuff. Most things die so fast, you're not going to really get value out of all those bonuses in the Chameleon. The new DLC, the DLC is not out until next month. The PTS has new gear on it though. Like the Alpha Bridge mask. Alright, so out of all my variations, basically the new brand set makes my favorite pistol builds strong enough to probably one tap in 4-man heroic scaling. I guess I could test this on the... I mean, this is gonna be stupid to do. Can I queue the master mission? Where was the master mission? It was like... Master... Space Administration. Wait, can you not queue it? Oh, there it is. Master mission. Let's go see how much damage I do here. So they added a new difficulty for one mission called Master Dad Rage. It's like 4-man scaled, all elites the entire time. Even when you're solo. Because it was the pinnacle mission last season.
Classes, agent approaching the safe house.
Just a heads up. I didn't have much time to set up that turret. There might be some technical issues. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna get folded up here. I'm just gonna... I just want to test my damage. Oh, I can still one-tap these. 20 million? 20.8 million, bro? I think I could actually use this build in 4-man heroic with randoms. Matchmaking. Funny years. Okay, didn't kill that guy in one shot. Alright, so anyways, I have a build I can farm next update. That's good, at least. Well, like the new brand set for pistol builds is sick. It's hella fucking strong. Oh, this is just to do a lot of damage, so I'm not gonna use this version. Use solo. That's cool. So now I guess like my day-to-day solo build will probably be like this abomination. Yeah. If I really wanted to, I could take away some of the damage I got to be tankier, but the only time I have blue cores in my build is the exotic bag. $90 pistol damage. 130 all damage. That's so crazy. That is pretty crazy. Oh yeah, I mean, if you like pistol builds, Dad Rage, you could also be a pistol gamer like me, but without a Regulus, because that's from the raid, and just be a body shot Andy and get headshots. But that's only for solo play. You need a striker build first. Yeah, if you can't aim, you get the harvest. Yeah, like another pistol the game that has like really high base damage, and you just become a body shot Andy with it. Determined. What's the B? It's like not practical and exotic that you basically tag like up to like 10 mobs, and you swap guns and you get like 200% damage for your other gun. This is like a thing that, like, you know, maybe if there was like a raid, which there isn't, where like let's say there's 10 trash mobs and a boss, you could like tap, right, get 200% damage, just get ready for like a one-shot combo or something. But I don't think there's a whole lot of use for this, unless like some other exploit or something aware with this weapon. It's just kind of like a raid speedrunning tech kind of weapon, if there was content worth running in the first place, sort of thing. So you collect it and forget about it. I haven't shot this gun, so like I probably should. Let's see.
Please remember to maintain a high standard of personal hygiene and cleanliness. Thank you for your cooperation.
It was like an armor damage roll. Whatever, it doesn't matter. There's no universe where I'm ever gonna use this exotic. This is just a filler. It's like Div 1 nostalgia filler, but no one's gonna use this thing. $156 round mag. You like having a big mag size? Hey, you got the pick on. Is guns all good? I don't think so. The per bullet damage is not really that high. The headshot damage is not really that high. The RPM is low. Like, it's just a one and done. You pick it up and throw it in your storage kind of gun. The LUD, I mean, the archetype itself. I used to use the Mark 16 back in 2019. This is the AR that was what I used as my 5.56 gun in 2019 while I was waiting to get like a extended mag. So I was using like low RPM ARs. I was using low RPM ARs that hit a really high damage per bullet. Because the extended mag was such a bitch to get, I never had one. Wait, does it let me go battle for Brooklyn? Wait a second. This is the PTS, right? This can't work. I thought you can't do the DLC. Okay, I didn't think so. I didn't think so. The button's there. You can't go in there. Yeah, you can't go in there. I was gonna say, like, bro, what? You can play the PTS, or sorry, we can play the DLC. Is that why people were saying, hey, can you play the DLC? I'm like, no, it's just the weapons. That's what I read. I didn't even see that. I'm just sitting there and broke my mind. I didn't see that on my screen the whole time.
One-stop shop.
That'd be fucking hilarious if my account was like different or something because I had played that massive or whatever, but there's like no way. That would have been crazy. What the fuck? Anyways, I think the talent is good. I think this gun sucks ass. Like another 7% damage. This shit gun is not worth it. So. It's like, yeah, you swap on a sturdy extended, you put on your crit chance like any other gun. But like this gun sucks. Doesn't have the burst. I have so many. Yeah, like I just wouldn't use this gun, man. Even with the talent. Like the talent's cool and all, but like the actual LUD is not a gun you're gonna care about. You're just gonna get like a regular high-end gun. And the other problem is that, like, okay, if you use a high-end gun, you're obviously gonna use this tinkering thing, so. But now you're gonna lose a bunch of crit chance if you play with Striker. Like, here's a combo that should be fun. Inventory MG5. I have another one. I could be a... I could stack 2 M1As again. Let's see. I'm bringing back the classic M1As, dude. Yeah, I mean, Boomerang would be the ideal option because that talent's stupid. Body shot Andes are rejoicing in the thought, but now it's like we could run Boomerang with Rifleman, which is my... Didn't I have another M1A that was like maxed out or some shit? It was this one. This has the rerollable talent. We'll put Boomerang as the offhand. And then we can put Streamlined here, right? Actually, no, we can't.
Probably make something out of old plastic bottles. Might come in handy.
We're gonna have Killer for 70% crit damage. That's insane. Good old Rifleman. Yeah, we'll just put killer on this one. Let me think. All right, we can't do anything else that's high end or anything else that's exotic. Something like a rifle. Guess there's like a rifle glove for more weapon handling. Obviously, we get Fox's Prayer. And I need to look through all my high ends to see what I still care about using. I guess there's always Perfect Sacrifice. And the gift. Oh, it's feeling like 2020 all over again. It's feeling like 2020 all over again. Need more crit chance though. Wait, 66? What? Oh, that's right. I have like a 6 skin for my classic M1A. Fuck, now I gotta... I even put reload speed on here. What the fuck? Why does that have so much handling? How the hell do I have so much crit? Oh, it's because of this thing. A crit chance bonus doesn't count towards the cap. Oh my god. Yeah, that'll do it. It's only 6% over a cap. I don't even have the attachments on here properly. Because normally you do like... $10 on the gun, 10 from the watch. Hmm. For solo or whatever, like the red rifle build, this should technically beat the coyote only because killer plus boomerang together sounds fucking stupid. Oh, I need to turn off the global modifier. That would probably help. Get that shit out of here. 60. Let's just do full crit damage mods and see what we end up at. So that's 30. 40. Gun 50. Oh, the brand set bonuses still pretty juiced too. Okay. Oh, then I guess we have to have Providence. Just like the good old days. Number 58? Yeah. So things are a little uneven. New to Division 2, which specialization? Your specialization isn't for necessarily for DPS, it's like part of your build. But if you want ones that are good for solo play, I'd say you play like Technician. Technician, Gunner, and Firewall. I think all three of these have like different bonuses you might like for damage or for playing solo or whatever. The reason Technician is good is because it's +1 skill tier. Honestly, that's the only reason I even use this thing. Gunner is good because you get like armor on kill and like faster reload sometimes. And then Firewall is good, I think, because like the armor kits are pretty sick. The Firewall shield can be good if you're close enough to get use out of it. That's about it though. They're not like really that crazy. Like I would say, even in group play, like you're still probably gonna pick any of these. These ones are typically used more on all the good builds. Looking at demo real quick. Demo is like if you play an explosive build, I'm not gonna recommend you play an explosive build. Survivalist is good for the crossbow and like maybe like endgame raid content or something. Sharpshooter used to be the meta back in 2019, and now I think it's pretty shit. They kept nerfing it because I kept playing it. All my boys kept playing it. But yeah, that's like the quick and dirty. But if you're new, I'd say just start with Technician. Because Technician's also got the robot damage too. The skill team robot damage up here is pretty good. I don't really use the Hive anymore. Most of this stuff in here doesn't really matter that much. I literally just say like these two things up here do. Like even the... Like we don't even really even do spotter builds anymore because Striker exists. But like the Technician laser pointer was another reason why it was good. Yeah, Sharpshooter was like meta in 2019. It's garbage now. Am I gonna play Expedition 33? Yeah, later I will. I'm just kind of looking at what potential we have here. So we can still play the old crit rifle build of 2020, but now it's pretty juiced. It's got boomerang and you'll have killer. And we're not gonna do the whole scope thing. That tech is pretty much dead, more or less. What did they add to the chest piece slot? Let me see.
Nice to see you.
Just want to see chest talents. Doesn't matter the item. This one. Yeah, most of the chest talents I'd say still pretty much suck. You got glass cannon for damage. Spotter. You haven't played since New York launch? There's a lot more shit in this game. There's a lot of loot. You haven't played since 2020, there's a lot of loot in the game. There's also like the 8-player countdown mode. There's like the descent mode. Forget what else got added. Yeah, I would say if you're gonna come back to this game, like you might as well get started. There's a lot of shit that you haven't done in a while. The DLC is dropping in a month anyways, so you might as well. Obviously, there's a lot of other new games that came out recently that are also really fucking cool. So like, there's that. But at the end of May, the DLC is dropping. I'm obviously gonna play it. Just kind of looking at like old builds, old ways of playing. I don't need perfect glass or anything like that, but like I guess if I was gonna do a rifle build, I need this to be 60% though. So if I want that to be 60, then I can make it 59. Let me think. I go to 59 without overcapping. By switching out a mod here and like messing with my brand sets. So you don't have to have the gift. Yeah, they fucked up the crit chance on the brand sets. It's so stupid. It was such a pointless nerf. It just ruined the way this stuff fit. But the reason I wanted to make sure it's 60% is because I'm not using a coyote mask and because boomerang is all about getting a crit. So like you really want to make sure you're crit capped. Obviously next season you're gonna have like up to like another like 10% crit because on top of the 60% because of the modifier. So that's cool. But basically the idea was that like what can I do with this like exotic helmet or sorry mask I mean that combines your non-exotic non-named weapons of the same type. So I was like, okay, well killer boomerang on rifles is an obvious combo. Boomerang rifle crit build was always like a standard back in 2020, so you could just do that. Now you get the power of killer with the power of boomerang, so like that's pretty fucking strong. I would just want to make sure I'm crit capped. Is mouse and keyboard controller mouse and keyboard is always better on a shooter. If you're on PC, with the exception of like playing Apex or something. But your input device is always preference. If you just suck ass with like a mouse and keyboard, then like hey, it might be better on a controller. But what's worth getting good at is always mouse and keyboard on PC, with the exception of like Call of Duty and like maybe Apex or something. Because every game is like, you know what, fuck it, just give them like pretty much free aimbot. That's the trend in gaming these days. Like Bungie's giving people that play Marathon basically free aim assist on mouse and key, which is crazy. It's like I'm cheating playing that game. Can't miss. So anyways, that's my little rant on aim assist and whatnot. But yeah, just play mouse and key on this game. And then Halo, yeah, I forgot about Halo, but again, that's another piece of Bungie's DNA right there. So yeah, if I want to bring back the rifle builds, we can do it like this. The console play console with aim assist. The problem is that we have cross-platform these days, and also people just plug a controller into their PC. So we're never going to really have a separation that needs to be had, right? Like in PV, it doesn't fucking matter, but PvP, it's when you mix two weight classes, like this is the comparison I always make. It's like there's aim assisted players and there's not aim assisted players, and those are two different weight classes in the UFC. You're not going to have a fucking heavyweight fucking fighting some other guy that's like 100 pounds less, right? Like you just don't, right? Like that's the thing. Like when you think about two equally skilled players, one on aim assist and one's not, that's not a competitive fight. It's fucking stupid. And this is the problem with the gaming industry, is that there's not people that like think like this that are making these decisions. So then like gaming is worse because of it. Looks like the competitive side of things. At the end of the day, they don't care if they're making money, so. Yeah, and then the thing is, it's like, yeah, like in terms of input device, it's like when you get to use your whole arm, a whole arm is more, has more control than a thumb. But then, like, the only reason the controller can keep up is if the software does it for you, and then that's not fun gameplay for the people that are going against you if it's overtuned for you to feel like you're a god when you're not. It's just the gun, the thing is doing it for you. like it's, I don't know, it's stupid. No one's got tracking like that at a professional level. They just don't. It's like I'm you know, one of those people that compete at that level. It's like you can do pretty good, but like you're not software levels of good. You're always using that as a motivation to be better and to improve, but like you're not going to be on the software level of perfect. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like the conversation around it gets dominated by the fact that people just want to see people shit on people, so they don't care to look past a clip, right? Like I think about all my gameplay on stream and I barely clip anything. But like if I were to just go, you know, boast about every single kill I've ever gotten in a PvP shooter, it's like almost every kill I get, it's like, damn, look at that guy getting fried. To the average person that's like farming those clips and stuff. Greetings from Italy. What up, man? I've been to Italy. That's a nice country to visit. That's nice. I still remember one of the best pasta dishes I ever had over there. Some kind of like walnut sauce ravioli that I barely had a few bites of and it was full, and I was like just surprised just how tasty it was, but also filling how they made it. I've been there in like years now, but that was like one thing that stood out to me in Italy, dude. I know you're eating good, but like some of those places are eating some real good stuff. Yeah, it was like some like special dish or something. I don't know. It was like a walnut sauce, like ravioli, where like the dish came out and it only had like a few raviolis there, and you're like, oh, this is not gonna fill you up. And then you start eating it, and because of how the sauce is made or whatever, like you actually felt full after a few bites, and it was like, wow, like that's crazy. You're not used to that, right? Used to like American-sized portions, fucking plate full of food and shit, and like, you know, maybe you get full somewhere in there, but there are recipes out there that do some pretty good stuff. All right, so as far as rifles concerned, if I was going to use this mask, I'd be comparing these two up. The only thing that pisses me off is the 58% because they nerfed the brand sets a little bit. So then you could push the 59 by switching things around a little bit. Maybe if you don't want to play glass cannon, then you can go the spotter angle. Where's my spotter chest? Technician is what I usually default to because skill tier is nice for the extra health on the shield. And then I also solo a lot. And then spotter would give me some value. Is this the one I used? Yeah, let's just do that one. I don't want to get blown up in a fucking second solo. And let's put spotter on. Right, because if we don't want to do the whole glass cannon thing, we can turn this into our main gun. We put the spotter laser on here. Does this still work, actually? Didn't they, like, nerf something? Wasn't there, like, a change to, like, this technician laser at one point? 53. Crit chance matters more. Now we're at 59. Or I could drop this crit damage. Or I should drop this whole set. Wait, what do I have in here? Let's go to Providence for a second. What's my preferred spotter mask? Did I kill an item that had spotter on it because I was like, spotter's dead? I forget. Yeah, I had like a Chesker Grupo. Thing in here. I must have re-rolled it. Oh, it was probably this one. I switched to Obliterate because Obliterate became stronger for AR builds, whatever. That's what it was. And then I have this one too. I mean, this is the test server, so let's just say we have that on. Let's say we get rid of the headshot damage here. What the hell would we use? If we were allergic to headshot damage, what would we use? Or maybe use a 16 there. I mean, I'm gonna keep it on headshot damage anyway, but oh, yeah, we had this guy. Concussion. Getting weapon handling with this one. Eh. 2 pieces of this brand set would fit, though. I guess if you just want to avoid all sources of... If you wanted to avoid all sources of headshot damage to just truly be a body shot Andy, I guess we would just do that. 47. I can still get the 59. I hate that they nerfed the crit chance on this. This is so stupid. What they should have done from the very beginning is make it so the crit chance on a brand set is half the value of the crit damage on a brand set. So like mess up the ratios a bunch. Weapon handling. Would I actually use this? Is that worth losing crit? There's no shot. Is Dune playtest done? Yeah, it was only a 1-day thing. So that's why we binged it yesterday. And I pretty much did everything that was worth doing. The Ruthless AK? Ruthless. Isn't that an exotic? Like, about this thing? No, this thing just keep in your storage. Ignore that this thing even exists. Just keep it in your storage. Is there a name called Ruthless now, too? I have so many bullshit guns in this game. So So here's a strat for you, since you're like new to the Division 2. If you find a named item and you haven't found one before, just throw it in your storage. And then as you find more copies of them, just eventually replace the lowest rolled one with the better one that you have, and just keep like a copy of like all of them, just so you can have access to them later when you have a better idea of what you actually want to play with. That's what I do. Like the Ruthless doesn't even stand out to me as like a gun I even remember as like relevant. Like what you would be looking for if you want like a good, strong starter build to be like, you want your 4-piece striker, you want a Cody mask, you probably want like an obliterate Cheska chest, and like maybe like a Saint Elmo's, or you want to go with like high-end AR that's like actually good, then you know, like an F2000 or you can get Splinter's gun, a shield splinter, and enjoy that beautiful looking F2000 with a name talent. But you gotta go kill the hunters for this. You still have the best fucking gun in the game, dude. Fucking Splinter over here finessing the devs to give him a sick named gun that's now meta and has good skins. Oh, where's mine, man? Where's mine? I want the shield split. I want my gun to come from something cool. Oh wait, I mean I guess it's called the Regulus, but I have my name on it. You're in the White House. Here, let me throw something on here for crit real fast. As a filler. Man, no matter what you do, you either get like 59 crit chance. That's so annoying. You can go 59 crit chance and just suck up the last 1%. Or you overcap it on crit chance and lose a bunch of crit damage. What's a great skill build? I don't play skill builds. But if you're going to play skill builds, like when you're completely fresh to the game, you usually start with like the turret and the drone and go AFK when you just deploy those things. Or I think eventually you play with like Oxidizer. But like, I'm not going to really recommend skill builds because I think the entire playstyle of like almost every skill in the game is really boring. Chat, what do people main on their skill builds these days? Because like I know you can bring a skill build to heal people. That's a good build. Like the healer build is good for group play. Then I know there's status effect builds, like we use like the foam launcher or whatever to like spread that and like lock enemies up together. That's pretty useful for other teams. Seekers, do they ever make those better? I swear Seekers still suck ass. I'm not the targeting on them I think is still fucking stupid. I think I remember there was an objective in the season that said, hey, go get a bunch of like Seeker kills, and I swear to God I'd throw Seekers out and I'd just see them like detonate and do nothing. Overcharging the sniper turret. I think the entire set of skills in this game, for the most part, they're clunky, slow, and not even flashy. Like, for example, the sniper turret would be so much cooler if it was like a shoulder-mounted object or something, and now you have something that in real time tracks with where your crosshair is. You can shoot your gun and have your fucking shoulder-mounted sniper pop off too. You know what I mean? Like there could be stuff like that. Now it's moving with you, and it's a cooldown, or has like an ammo count, or you know what I mean? How many characters does it take to max out expertise? That depends on where you are. Because you have to turn shade rank. It depends on how much shade rank you have. You can turn into however much printer filament you can get, which then turns into however much expertise you need. So like it depends how far you are in it. Like a Predator shoulder gun. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, think about it, right? Like, the skills in this game are, you know, pretty clunky and pretty fucking boring. This is why you don't see me play skill build on stream, or I haven't played since Division 2 launched, basically, because like they're all boring. I'm gonna shoot my gun, I'm gonna shoot things in the face. If I wanted to use skills, I would need them to be designed like the way I'm saying, like the turret, right? The sniper turret. It's like, oh, you can hit headshots with it. Okay, well, what if it was like a shoulder mounted thing or something, or like part of my character in some way, so that like I'm, you know, moving around, aim my gun, shooting things in the face, and I'm pressing the skill button and also shooting those things in the face in like perfect real time, but they don't work. It's like it's very disconnected. You're 3400 shade, level 17 expertise. So that means you're getting like, let's say 24 to 2600 shade ranks. Then you know, turn that on the printer filament. So it's that number of shade ranks times 15. And I think it takes like 3000 printer filament to like max out something that's never been touched. So yeah, I don't know if you got to do the math, but you just gotta get started, man. You gotta get those mules going. I hate that they're called mules. I don't know why people call them mules, because a mule is a character that holds stuff. That's what a mule has always been. So people in this game, I guess, turned it from a character that holds items into a character that is now a shade rank mule, but it doesn't make sense. It's not holding material. It's an alt that is disposable. Like, you're just running an alt, doing a Moni run, and then deleting it. That's why like the people calling it like a shade mule, I think it's just so weird. It's like we get what you're saying, but it's not a mule anymore. It's being deleted. Also, for anyone looking at this build, being like, why is he not running like, you know, a chest, like, you know, 3-piece Providence or 2-piece Providence, whatever? Like, ignore that. Pretend Providence doesn't exist here, and pretend the Grupo doesn't exist here. I'm wondering if I had like the 2-piece Swadowska stuff here that, like, you know, which I don't have. If I wanted like a pure weapon damage and crit loadout, like how much crit could I get? And then I have to think like, okay, well, I still want to hit 60 no matter what. So like, I don't like that this is missing crit chance. So like, pretend this is this Wadowski shit, and then we have 53, and it's like, I don't want to have Providence 2-piece here. So we'll have this Wadowski for the weapon damage, and then it's like, how much crit chance am I gonna have in my pieces here? So I could just do that. We're down to 48. Oh, that evens it out. Okay, we can have 60 this way. That solves it. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just the attachments. Swap out the crit chance for the crit damage. It's even percentages. So then, wait. The wrong one there. Crit chance. Focus? They nerfed how focus works. Focus is stronger. But they nerfed the whole, like, scoping in and out thing. And ignore the obliterate. This is going to be spotter. Something I haven't tested in a long time is... So obliterate's not something I'm going to use on a rifle. That's just stupid. Let's put this spotter thing there. But, like, didn't they do something with spotter and whatnot? So it hits 60. Obviously, we're not going to have these 2 pieces here. That's like, we're throwing if we have that there. So with the math here, okay, so it's like the crit damage attachment. Oh, that's cool. We still hit that perfect 60. A nice simple loadout. I just don't have this Wadowski stuff. I'm not going to farm it on PTS. Why explosive attribute? Like I said, just ignore that. These two pieces, pretend they don't have a brand set. These do not belong here. These don't belong here. They would be this brand set if I had pieces for it. Just slap the rifle damage on there, the mag size, and it would have like no additional headshot damage, which is fine because it's basically just a crit rifle build that has no headshot damage, that is leveraging boomerang and killer. And then I just want to run the numbers on it. I don't have these pieces. I don't want to farm the PTS. Is there like a...
Nice to see you.
Is there... No, there isn't. Wait, actually I could craft it, right? Hold on. Give me all the blueprints. It's the named version. Oh, I can just craft it. Well, that'll work. Forgot they gave me all the blueprints. Let's pretend some of those rolled properly. Oh, nice. That one basically did. And then that one basically did. There we go. I guess we could do that here too. And we need Riker mats. Cleaner mats. The tanker is just going to have a few combinations that will stand out for certain weapon classes, but it's actually kind of not that good. You're throwing away your exotic on your armor piece to combine two non-exotic, non-named items. You're stuck using one primary weapon that has two talents on it. And there are talents on exotics and stuff that are really fucking good, or like named items that are really good. So like it's not actually like that defining. Like it's got some potential just to like, you know, to be interesting because you're combining all these things that we're, you know, you're thinking about, but A Lexington? How are you using a Lexington with it? Because it's a named item. Clearbouts. I mean, if the Lexington's considered a named item, it's probably bugged if it's actually letting you do that on the test server. So, I'm just saying that's like if you're expecting that to be a combo when the thing drops, that seems like it's an oversight, I guess. So that's not like how it's supposed to work. The Tinkerer literally says it has to be non-exotic and not named. Which means you're gonna have to use like a non-meta archetype. Alright, so what's this look like? 61, 69 is fine. Base headshot damage is fine. Then it gets killer to 200 and something %. Then in terms of weapon damage, this shit's gonna be like what? 20, 15, 35, 45, 60, and like 75, 90, 120, 150, 165% weapon damage. That's like pretty clean. Oh, and then I guess we'd get like another however much if we made this like a plus 25 or whatever. The thing, I mean, it's the PTS, yeah. Like I said, there's a bunch of stuff that's like wrong with it. Wait, so does the laser pointer not? There's a laser pointer in... I mean, I probably can't even test it, probably. Chat, does this thing not work with spotter anymore? He pulls targets and then, like, the spotter was the thing, right? Did they kill it so that it doesn't work? I forget how, like, I swear they, like, adjusted it at some point. Go find, like, a mob somewhere. Yeah. You said try Lexington. Yeah, I mean, I know. I was going there before you even said it. Good old Lincoln Memorial. The mission. I guess we'll start by removing this.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons forces. They maintain this outpost. The True Sons will be
Stuff's
direct
probably
threats to
bugged
the
anyway.
campus.
887,000 non-crit. So this works. They're pulsed. It only pulls like one thing at a time.
Vital signs critical. Agent down.
It's gonna be hard to like do a real test of damage out here. It's just a crit. Bro, this shit hits so hard because of killer and all that stuff. Fucking like 2.9, 3.4. Oh, where's the 1 million body shot? So I guess the amplification does work. It's hard to tell when boomerang's even working.
Got a visual on additional hostiles
But
in the
yeah.
memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you.
Body shot Andy.
Looks closed from
Body shot Andy build. This is, you know, it
Find
works.
a way to open that gate.
I think I need another Cheska god roll with like a talent on there, huh? So yeah, this is like one potential option. It's a good old spotter life. I still would rather play regular or whatever, but yeah, 1 million to the body. Body shot Andy build.
Medical assistance needed.
Using a shield! I'm ready for you! Got you now!
For the cool old rifle life.
Setting up the turret.
Yeah, it hits pretty fucking hard. Yeah, bunny ears. Yeah, the Easter stuff's still on. This rifle has always been a gun that you never wanted to like shoot it as fast as you could shoot it. If you're aiming for the head, but if you're aiming for the body, it doesn't matter. Bro.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh, I'm looking at loot. It's cool, something's shiny. Wait, still somebody alive.
All clear.
What's that guy doing
I
there?
repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I got people to maintain the perimeter.
And then this 15% mag size increase, did that even fucking do anything? Like, did I get a bullet? Maybe I got like 1 bullet out of it. Probably. That mask roll with red cores. It looks like a different mask you know in the game, but this is a pure red mask that gives you alpha bridge. So basically, my rifle has killer and boomerang on it now.
Vital signs critical.
Damn it. The True Sons have turned the memorial into a base.
That's not bad.
Beneath you with increased security. Isaac can't access data on
Yeah, so I like that. I think that's just like a good
I don't know where you want
basic
me to-
bitch build that just works with this new mask. I just wanted to take this mask and like see what I could come up with like which pairings I would care to use. This is about as functional as it gets for me. Then I have to give this another 25, 30 weapon damage and it's good to go. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So like what items do I still need? The Swadowska holster and Swadowska gloves, I guess. What's this fucking brand called? Swadowka? Swadowka, something like that. Just call it Zwi. I mean, I say Cheska properly, I think, and then, but they're like Swadowka. It's like such a weird name. Did it even proc there? I think it did. Even if it doesn't work on this test server, the whole idea is that we just assume that this helmet works the way it's written, because that's what it's supposed to work, which is we have 2 rifles equipped. There's 2 different talents here that are not named or whatever. So I should be getting the benefits of both on like one gun. On the test server, it's probably not even working properly, but like that's how it's supposed to work. So I'm just taking notes of like, okay, this is what I would combine if I was gonna play, you know, like rifles with like this sort of loadout. Now I guess that leaves open like another exotic slot too. Like there's nothing exotic that makes sense in the pistol slot. Sviadovska, some I don't fucking know, man. Raker keys? They're like in little key boxes scattered out in the open world. How do you target farm? Well, if you want to farm anything, you just go to countdown. So countdown should be like over here. And then I think when you click it.
Lewis's last known location was at the lab. Got word there's a black tusk hovercraft on their way
Wait,
to the plant.
I don't know if I can cue countdown. This is it's of this one. Sorry, not this one. Ignore that. There should be a thing here, right? Under countdown. Is it here? Like chat, isn't like, oh, that's not descent. Where the fuck is countdown? The actual countdown. That's probably. No, it's all fucked up because it's a PTS, I think. I can't switch it off the manhunt mission. That's what it is. I can't show you, but you basically go to countdown. There should be like some button down there that says something about like targeted loot. And in countdown is where you would want to farm anything reliably if you're new to the game. Or return to the game because it just drops the most amount of loot. So it should, you just select your target loot and then go there. And you match make it on challenging to make it like reasonably easy to do and also get good drops. It should be up there. It's just I'm on test server, so I can't open up that menu because countdown matchmaking I guess is disabled here. Also, let me see. Is there anything else in the talents for rifle that don't suck? Sadist. 3% depleting. Oh, I forgot about Future Perfect. I forgot about this talent. That, that's interesting. I guess there's flatline. I forgot about that one too. I forgot about that one too. Let's see. I forgot about that one too. God, so many like OG talents are so shit. Look at this list, like so many talents I don't have any read in like such a long time because I just my eyes automatically ignore those words for how bad those talents were. Like rifles boil down to just using rifleman and boomerang. But I guess you could literally use flatline boomerang for consistency. And killer is just like free damage though. Imagine the Tinkerer thing would let you combine talents from different weapon classes. Like imagine if I could put boomerang on an AR or something. That'd be sick. Because then it'd be like a 50% mag size increase and like an average and like 20% more damage. Like any gun. Well, a little bit different than that. It'd be like 60% and 50% mag size increase. Strained? You can get strained in M1A. But it's not full auto, so. Strain's not even that good. It's only like 50 crit damage. Killer's better. It got buffed. You get like one kill and you have 70% crit damage with Killer. I do the same weapon class. Yeah, the restrictions are not exotic, not named, and same type. So like double AR, double rifle. The season mechanic should be instead of stat boost. If the season mechanic was this, maybe that would be a good way for them to like reuse the stuff that they generate. Is that they come up with like some exotic level traits that become seasonal mechanics, then they become exotic items later once the season's over. That'd be a good way to salvage those mechanics and turn them into something functional. But bread basket. God, I remember when people would actually say that bread basket was a good talent. Oh my god. That one blew my mind. The talent was just so bad. Back in the day. I mean, it's still bad. I don't think anyone leaves that. It's just like you miss a bunch of shots and like when your headshots gets a little boost. It's like this is such a mid talent. I can't believe anyone would argue for it. Bread basket. Crazy. That's right. That was the fastest way to level up. Like, I mean, if it's a fresh character, I would just say you should just be doing all your main story quests. Yeah, that's the out the way. And when you run out of those, then you fill the gaps with like side quests. That was the usual way you did stuff back in the day. If you're solo or whatever. Just delete these. If you're talking about shade ranks, then it's like heroic 5 directed, it's open worlds. Why not both? That's good flavor text. $60, $169. Interesting. Okay, so then what's next? What's another? Like there's like you can combine shotguns together, but like shotguns not that practical. You can combine LMGs together. I gotta switch characters. There's an LMG combo that would be kind of funny. I think this character has my LMGs. Is it worth the exotics? No. Haven't played this game in 2 years. Any major changes? Well, there's DLC coming out next month. I would say that's a major change.
Entering safe
The
area.
game's actually getting a piece of content that you can buy or whatever for the first time in like 5 years. Well, now there's plenty of like items in the game that you probably haven't seen. Oh, what else is another one? I don't have any more LMGs. I guess I'll just craft one. Oh, it's here. Duh. Guess I wouldn't have any regular MG5s with. Frenzy on them. It's too bad you can't do like perfect frenzy with perfect fast hands. Interesting. Pretty sure I can just craft what I need. Back. Combine 2 SMGs together. I mean, I'm not looking at shotguns or SMGs because they're not practical for what I'd be playing in the game. SMGs are like console PvP weapons. People that can aim aren't gonna use that shit.
Crafting something?
Can we make... We can make the infantry MG5s. Can't make the regular ones. Measured. Gross. Overwhelm. Oh, this one works. Let's see. It's just a bunch of these. I swear I had one. Oh, this one. So I guess
Firearms training is now available at the shooting range. To book a time slot, report to the
Always
range.
good to see you, Agent.
I could dump rounds with that guy. And then see something. 59. I'd be using the other one. And then we put like a crit chance mod in here. Or a crit chance stat line. What else has... I guess there's this one. Do I want to have like a vigilance crit bag or something? Am I getting the bleed? What bleed? Oh, I do. Oh yeah, this was a natty. Oh, this was a natty drop. Pretty much was. Hmm. So I got the 6150. 10 bullets of capacity. 97 round mag. I don't know what other brands that's there. I'm just leaving that there. The climax mission, I think you have to do the whole thing. I don't think it just unlocks. I think you have to do like the whole thing to get it unlocked. Okay. So I'm pretending this is a different MG5, but that's funny. The frenzy fast hands is hilarious. I don't like the damage, anything impressive because I'm like strike or anything, but it's pretty amusing. And then if you were gonna throw a striker on here, it'd be like solve that. Crit chance is down bad if you do that. You'll be forever locked out? I don't think you'll be forever locked out. I think you have to find the option to replay older seasons and like unlock it again or something. Because that was an option for some of the other ones. I don't know how immediately they go from like killing a season off to letting you replay old ones. There's like usually like I think like the seasons pass is like it would give you access to things or something like that. There's like an entire process for it. Ford 2. Damn, you gotta lose so much crit. Like 2 crit chance rolls. I still have the regular MG5 in here? I swear I had a regular MG5. What the fuck happened to my MG5s, man? Still unwanted items, dismantle. I would probably just dismantle to save yourself time because the chances are you probably don't care about going to a vendor anyways. The vendors in this game are pretty bad. The only time like when you're leveling up a fresh character, like a vendor could ever be useful is like you finding like some open clan to join real quick and checking the clan vendor and hoping that that week that you're playing the game that like the clan vendor has like a weapon that you could buy over and over again. That's just tedious to do. So in practice, like you're probably just gonna dismantle everything you don't need. Because I remember like on my YouTube channel, I have like a Zero to Hero playthrough I did of like a fresh account solo, and I think one of the things I did was I joined some random clan just to like check the clan vendor to like buy the same gun at different levels to keep my weapon up to date. You really don't get that much crit damage. So you could force that to happen. So the one thing that's like cool about this let's reset this. It's like the only use case for LMGs in the new mouse. Kind of cool. But yeah, that's about it with that one. And then I guess you should probably just play Gunner or something. No, you can't combine LMG talents with AR talents. Even in this one, it's funny. I guess you do get the bigger pouch here. That would actually be fun. Well, yeah, I mean, it'd be game breaking. Would I be down for it? Like, I wanted them to make it so that, like, the pistol talent also combines with the guns at least. Preferably my Regulus. I would love to have headshot explosions on any gun that I use so I can have a good time. Turn the Regulus into like a stat stick at that point. This is the only one that's cool. The other one that I was doing was the rifle one. Oh, I guess I don't think we're missing here. We just don't have the LMG damage from... Well, I guess we don't even need it. You don't need the Petrov gloves. Go contractors. Did Obliterate get nerfed? Or wasn't it like 25%? Then they nerfed it. I think that was like 15, then buffed it to 25, now it's 20. It's kind of funny. And like Striker got nerfed a bit too. What are these called? So like two variations here. We could run the Striker chest and like the contractor gloves or whatever. I guess having the well, the thing that sucks about Striker is that you can't use a shotgun to build stacks either. $40 crit chance, what? What the hell's that at 40? How do I get 20 crit chance even? Oh, because the Cheska piece, that's right. Man, getting the exact crit chance you need is stupid. It's not a catharsis. It's just using the art for catharsis. It's the test server. It's a whole different mask. The contractor's piece. I mean, the damage number's good, but kind of stuck trying to get the crit chance set up right. Like if you're not hitting 60, you're throwing, so yeah. Yeah, contractor's not gonna work. Even though, like, I think an LMG build, like, of course I'd want a contractor glove on, because the multiplicative nature of damage armor is pretty good. But Striker fucks up your crit chance because you only have, you know, 2 stat lines. Like you lose a stat line with gear sets. But I mean, hey, we can. You could eventually have a lot of stacks. But this is just like another build where it's like, it's cool that you can combine these two together, but like, why? Like giving up having a shotgun for striker stacks. It's kind of stupid. Alright, so that goes for rifles, that goes for LMGs. ARs. And like almost everything AR related is probably stuck using this set anyway. This is my F2000 here. I need the new talent. Allegro. What? River talents don't work. Nothing named, nothing exotic. So we put killer here. We have so much crit chance. No. $58. Then we'll just put crit damage here instead. Now we're at needing 12. Okay. Gets the people going. And I guess we go back to putting this on crit chance. So we could have fast hands and killer. And then we have a nice functional striker AR loadout, I guess. Get the fast reload. But then there's also that new talent that says like you get a bunch of weapon damage when you don't use a skill, and kind of prefer that. The Lexington's supposed to be excluded because it's named. That's like the thing. Like if the PTS was working perfectly, says not exotic, not named. So like Lexington, forget it exists. You would just combine two ARs and be like, okay, I want that talent, that talent. That's about it. Like you're giving up kind of a lot. But like, you know, one talent that is good. Perfectly named talent including Lexington. Well, that's because it's bugged. There's no way they're gonna add this mask into the game and be like, yeah, your Lexington's fine, because like the Lexington's considered named, but Lexington doesn't have anything special on it. If it lets you run a Lexington, then like, you know, run Lexington. I'm just saying that like, as far as their weapon or item design is concerned, like the whole point of this thing, excluding named, is like and exotics, is that they want to try to force people to use other things too, right? Like if you could use all the meta things with it, then like you're only going to use the meta thing and just try to make it stronger. The FAMAS is worse than the F2000 by a little bit. The FAMAS used to be the best AR, now it's this thing. And then like I like fast hands personally. But then, like, if I didn't have killer in here and fast hands, I'd probably put, like, the new talent. Does this thing have 60 bullets? Yeah, they dropped it down back to 50. But the base damage of the gun is still better than the... Like, it's a plus 25 F2000 and with a plus 25 Lexington. So my F2000 has a bit more damage per shot and the same RPM, same mag size, same optimal range, same headshot damage. So my F2000 is actually better than my Lexington. The only difference is one less attachment. So then, like, let's just pretend that, you know, this gun worked. It's like, okay, well, I can have the crit damage there and I can have the crit damage there, whatever. I could put another 10 crit damage. So if I lose a little base damage, I can gain the 10 crit damage. That's like the more or less the trade-off. Or choose reload speed or something. Without assuming they make it work with that anyway. And the same would go for the FAMAS. The FAMAS has one extra attachment, but does less damage. And they just like fuck with the stats of different guns to switch the meta around a little bit. Because like the F2000, when that got buffed, like, yeah, it was miles ahead because it had the extra 10 bullets. I don't even carry FAMAS on me anymore. I only plus that my FAMAS, and then like they changed the weapon balance, and now I have a plus 25 F2000. A little bit more RPM, way less damage. So yeah, I don't know, it's just F2000. Unless, you know, we try to math it out and just see like how much impact the extra tap shot can have. Smart cover? I don't see it on here. But I mean, I tried this smart cover at Massive, and the thing is, the smart cover doesn't let you leave cover with the buff. That was something that worked in Division 1, doesn't work in Division 2. I don't know, they might change it based on my feedback, but like that'd be cool, but like you're gonna be stuck in cover, and using smart cover coming back is cool, but not being able to, like, you know, tap and go for a few seconds is like, it's not great. So like, I don't know, I don't see myself using it. Are SMGs any good? You're on PC, right? If you're on PC, I'd say just stick to using like ARs. Because most content in the game is more like mid-range anyways. You're better off having range and distance on things instead of running like an ape towards stuff with SMGs. You'll have faster clear speed without them. Like ARs are good because you can use them with the half shields. LMGs can't do that, and that's what makes LMGs also kind of bad. Like just do like half shield AR and you'll be fine. SMGs are more of like a controller console dark zone type of thing. They're not precise and not great. Like if you're on top of somebody, then sure, but like most of this game is at so many different ranges. AR, sniper, shotgun, like AR sniper is like something I always do. Like I would just say, like, again, if you're just trying to zoom to the game, like you should play ARs, rifles, and like pistols. Those are like the 3 weapon classes that are good. Sniper is nice to have for the convenience of, like, you know, you're getting fucked up, you want to shoot someone a mile away sometimes, but and then like end game, like you can make a sniper build with hot shot determined. That's like, you know, pretty good, but yeah, or just like stick to pistols, rifles, and ARs if you want to be efficient. Or weapons that are valuable like all ranges. I was gonna say, if I didn't care about this reload speed, and I didn't care about using a skill, then I'd use the new weapon damage talent. So I could have like 80 more weapon damage here. Is now a good time to come back to the division? Well, in preparation for the DLC, yeah, I'd say so. Let's see. Yeah, that should do. What does the gunner have again? Let me see. Am I gonna farm mats for alts go away? Yeah. I'm gonna get my shit, my expertise up or whatever, and cap it out. Eventually. There's so many new games I gotta go play. Mostly just looking at stuff. We have reload, we have armor and kill. Bonus armor, fire rate. I guess if you didn't have any skills, then yeah, just run on the gunner. Can't use a shield. Um, so I think the rifles are probably more suited for this. There's no universe where to use this as a sniper rifle, right? Let me see. Like, what's the point of running double sniper talents?
Good to see you.
Pretty much still use White Death. No cross save? Nah. This game has been lacking on that one. Determined Ranger. It's kind of pointless to do this because all the good snipers are named or exotic. And like you don't even need the extra damage boost. Like you have a model 700 that has Determined on it. Um, Pressure point. Oh, wait. Why does Streamline show up here? Can you really have Streamline on a marksman rifle? uh, that's insane. What the fuck? Streamline on a sniper is crazy. Wasn't that supposed to be an AR talent? Or is that like... Is that for everything? Now, First Blood sucks. Now, Streamline is... Streamline is crazy because 80% weapon damage. Like, the base damage on sniper rifles is really high. So that you'll feel this one. But then the mask is like crit stats, and like you don't care about crit stats. A streamlined sniper would make sense. What weapon is streamline on? According to the library, basically everything. It shows up under rifles. It definitely shows up under ARs. Because ARs get the perfect version. That's what I mean. Streamline... Shit, it even shows up on the pistols. It even shows up on the pistols. $80 weapon damage whenever you don't use your skills. Like, Streamline Determined would hit fucking hard, man. What are the... Oh, I guess you have to lose, like, Vigilance or something. Oh yeah. Let's see what else can we do here. Hmm. What did we do? Like trying to remember what the hell I did earlier. How's Dune? I had fun with it. We didn't get to see all of it though. Because we only saw the starting zone and like 2 more zones north of that, and those were all basically more or less still kind of like zones where you learn, you're not really end game. Might have played at launch, yeah. That was always the plan. That was just like literally the first time I got to actually play the game. And now I understand it pretty good. So it's like gonna be a lot easier to like get where I was. Like I'll be able, like at launch, I'll definitely know what to do. But then there's another test coming soon for Dune. At some point in like early May, where other people can actually play it. Any major changes? Well, the new pistol brand set makes all my Headhunter pistol builds much stronger. And then I'm just fucking with this Tinkerer mask just to see like what I can do with it. Just like forcing it to like run like, you know, whatever 2 talent combos I want on high ends. And this mask does make a few builds kind of better, kind of, in certain ways. But only because they're also adding like a talent to the game that like I don't have my inventory that can I force it?
Pleasure to see you.
I should be able to force it, right? Let's see. Let's spam some ARs, I guess. The new shade level? You mean expertise? If they add enough gear to the game, then I think we'll get to 30, probably. Isn't like the cap like already like 28 or something? Like they keep adding so much gear.